witches, mystics, manifestors, and people who just like tarot. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's pick a card reading, we're looking at who is your new love or your next romantic partner. So for group number 1 here, we have Paradise and Rose Quartz. For group number 2, we have the Moon and Moonstone. And for group number 3, we have First Impression Rose and Yellow Aventurine. So take your time and choose what card and crystal is calling out to you the most, and when you're ready, head to the description or comment section to click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose Paradise and Rose Quartz. And for your tarot, we have the Ten of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Devil, and Queen of Wands. So with the Wand suit, a lot of fun, exciting energy, fiery energy. So this person, your new love or romantic partner, could be a fire sign. You could be a fire sign, so that's just another type of confirmation if you're looking for that. But with fire energy, I feel like fun times ahead, refreshment. And with the Paradise card here, this is signifying that this is a new chapter in love for you, a new chapter in romantic relationships, and you feel like you are being refreshed. Things are working out better than you thought. I also see this as an improvement in your love life, or having a better relationship compared to the ones you might have previously had, or this is just a renewal where you haven't been in love for a while and then you finally find someone, you have that spark, and things are going good. With Paradise as well, this is also finding someone when you are feeling happier in life, when you are being optimistic, when you are feeling joy. So I also see this too as a possibility to meet this person when you're having fun, when you're traveling to someplace warm, someplace tropical, or this could just be like when you're going out to have drinks, when you're going out to do something fun that you enjoy, that makes you optimistic. When you're searching for that energy, when you're doing that, that's when this love could potentially find you. I also feel like with the drink, that signifies relaxation, having a break of some sort. So this relationship in person could bring a lot of relaxation to your life. They could make you feel calm. They could make you feel less worried. So that is another positive thing with this person coming through. Another thing I see here with the Ten of Wands and the Devil, this person is extremely hardworking. They're dedicated to work. They're dedicated to putting an effort, hours in when it comes to reaching their goals. So this is someone, while it is good they work really hard and they are ambitious, they're putting in effort, the only problem I see here, this could be someone who is addicted to work, workaholics. We have a lot of people like that in these readings that appear, people who love working, people who are obsessed with not taking a break. So this person makes you feel good, makes you feel relaxed, but I also think it's because this person takes on many burdens so other people don't have to have them, or they work really hard to give other people more vacation. So you will be relaxed in this relationship, but this person might be a little bit more of the person doing a lot more work, or they're doing work to support the relationship in a way that makes it so they might feel like, oh, I have to put in more effort. I have to put in more effort, whereas you feel relaxed. This also could be a personality difference where you are someone who's more reserved and relaxed, but this person is a little bit more, not anxious, but they're more cautious about things. They're more analytical with certain things. That's also another possibility here. I also see too with the Page of Wands, this is not someone who is against new beginnings. So when you're with this person, they might like to do a lot of new things with you. So this could be like you are both starting out and having a new chapter in love. So you have to do different things, right? This could be this person meets you when they're having a new job they're starting, or they're entering a completely different career field than the one they were working in, right? Like they could switch from, healthcare to construction, something like that, right? This is someone who is not afraid of new things or new challenges. So that's another positive thing about them. I also see here as well with the Devil and the Queen of Wands, this person also could be addicted to some alone time. So I do think this person likes to spend time alone. They like to be away from people, but I don't think they're antisocial or even necessarily an introvert, right? Like they might be extroverted, but they still need moments where they're just alone and they do something by themselves. Or this could be someone who is both extrovert and introverted, right? An ambivert. They have aspects of both. So this is someone who could like being around people, but then they need that break. But I feel like this person likes to be independent. They like to work hard. So they have a lot of good traits that will benefit you in a relationship. Whereas I feel like this is coming through really strongly because you guys might have been the person previously who was doing more of the work in a relationship. So I feel like this person is really stepping up compared to your other relationships or other people you have been with, and it's giving you a lot of ease. But this person is putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort. I keep feeling that. So let's pull some more cards and see what else comes through. So with these cards here, we have cold serving, sunglasses, dying love, apology, and give it time. So what I see here with cold serving and dying love, this makes me think of meeting this person after a period of time where love was dead for you, right? So this could be like you have a lack of love life, you're not interested in love. This also could be this comes at you as a surprise, right? Like you're not expecting this, you're not looking for it, but when it comes up, it's something you're saying, oh, I want to give it time, I want to grow this, or it changes your mind to what you previously were thinking of, maybe giving up on love, not dealing with love, it just not being a big part of your life. So for a lot of you, this is going to be a surprise. And as I said, a new period in love. So that makes sense. A new period after maybe not caring about it at all or just giving up with it because you were not getting a good result. You were doing all the work in relationships and so on, right? So I do see here this is a positive shift and change, a refreshment for you. I also see too, with sunglasses, that also makes me think of relaxation or going on vacation, spending time in the sun. So that could be important for this relationship, like meeting outside, meeting this person in a hot place. This is also just you having more time to relax, being cared for more, being respected more in the relationship. This person too, with searching for you, this person is likely going to be the person who is pursuing you, going after you. Page of Wands as well, the Queen of Wands, this person has an independent streak. They have independent energy. They likely like to, set things up for themselves, and that requires, asking people questions, being the first to do something. So this person's going to be someone in the relationship who is taking more initiative. I keep picking that up. So I'm not saying that to you, saying you're not doing anything in the relationship. It's not like that. It's just like this person takes on more of the active role, if that makes sense. Like they're going to be a little bit more persistent with things. They're going to be a little bit more wanting to spend more money, wanting to spend more time on something. So this person's willingly doing this, and for you, it's like a relief. I also think for a lot of you, and for this person who's the new love and new romantic interest, right? I feel like for a lot of you with apology and give it time, this is like healing your relationship with love, healing your relationship towards romance, romantic partnerships. Maybe there were things you believed in, and now you're going to find out, okay, that's not true with this relationship. There are good people that do want to put in effort. There are people who are going to match your energy or, give you back what you expect, right? So I do see this as overall a positive relationship where both of you are going to be healing negative thoughts and perceptions towards romance or love. And as I said, it's a surprise. So maybe it's healing your mind towards thoughts of, oh, I'm always going to be single forever, if you don't want that, right? Oh, I'm always going to be alone. So it's healing that mentality or those thoughts you had, because you guys are likely someone who does want to be with someone, but you couldn't find that. So instead of wasting your time, you said, I'm giving up on this, I'm not doing this. And then, surprise, you actually do have someone coming towards you who is more of what you want, more of what you expect, or expected, I should say, and you're finally going to get that or have that. And it's like, okay, I apologize for thinking this way before, like to yourself or just in general. There's a lot of healing negative attitudes towards love and romance. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle some more cards and some astro dice to see what else comes through for you. Okay, so we have Chiron, Pluto, new moon, and lunar eclipse. And with our astro dice, we have first house, Neptune, Virgo. So what I first see here with Chiron, as I mentioned earlier, this is like healing what wounds you have in relation to love and romance. That is something that's going to happen with this relationship, and it's reflected once again with this card appearing. But I also see here as well, placed next to Pluto. Pluto, as it says here, is a planet of transformation, different cycles, renewal, destruction, but also things being rebirthed again. So this also could relate to your own birth chart. So depending on where you have Pluto, this could indicate where this relationship is going to transform your life. So for instance, let's say you have Pluto in the 10th house. That could mean you are going to experience transformation with your reputation, fame, your legacy, right? Your status with other people, sometimes career as well. That could mean with this relationship, you're going to experience a lot of changes in that 10th house because Pluto is there. So depending on your own birth chart, if you do know that, or you can look it up online and see where Pluto is in your chart, what house it's in, I feel is where you're going to have a lot of transformation in your life, right? Like if you have it in the 10th house, as I said, or let's say the 5th house, love and creativity, relationships too sometimes. This could be having this relationship have a lot of growth in those areas of life for you. So it's going to be different for everyone depending on where you have Pluto. But overall, there's definitely transformation and healing, that area of life where you have Pluto, and then also just romance and love in general. I also feel too with new moon, as I said, a new period to build what you want. So with this person comes the opportunity, not only in love and romance, but for you to build what you want. So this is having a strong support. This is having the ability to be comfortable with yourself because you're also comfortable with the people around you, who's around you. So I think this new love, this new person, as it says here, pay attention to new people. It is transforming your life so that you can be on a path that you more so either align with, you like more. I also feel like this relationship is giving you more control because it's like you feel like you're having more support, but also in this relationship, you're going to be able to envision a better life. You're going to be able to envision better connections, have more trust with people. So it's also opening up social connections with new friends, potentially new family as well for some of you, to make better connections, have a different life because you're having this different mindset as well that comes with this relationship that heals you in many different ways. And we see dramatic change, lunar eclipse. So you're having a shift in your perception and thoughts on life when you're with this person. And it also mentions transformation. So this is going to be a transformative relationship for you. So your life is going to change in many ways when you're with this person. This isn't someone you end up with and things remain the same. This is, they'll have job changes when they're with you. You'll have a change in your job, where you're living, your perception, the way you look, the way you feel, like everything in this relationship, right? For your lives, their life, your life, there's many different changes because you both needed this relationship as a catalyst to push you someplace else or push you to do something different. So that will become more clear, obviously, as you're with this person, as it develops. It's going to be different for a lot of you, right? But there is a lot of transformation towards what is going to make you feel more comfortable and allow more of life to unfold for you so you can actually live it. And lastly here, with the first house, Neptune, Virgo, this is also a confirmation that this person could work really hard because they have to prove themselves. So this is someone who in their life, they could have some issues with their identity. So they might be confused, like who they are, what they believe in. So they work really hard to try to figure this out. So they often will work hard because they take that as part of their identity. That makes them feel like they have worth or a sense of self, right? I also see this person as analytical, more logical. And with Neptune, as I said, that's where that identity crisis or confusion comes in sometimes. So while this person overall has many positive qualities, one difficulty they struggle with is with their identity, feeling confident 100% in themselves. So they gained more independence, they have gained more confidence, but this is something they could still struggle with when it comes to, their day-to-day. That's something that comes up for them. They're learning to work with it, they have gotten better, and they will get better. But they do sometimes have trouble with being maybe too optimistic or not always seeing the reality of a certain situation, right? So that is something they struggle with sometimes. But overall, with all their skills and talents, they're very supportive for you in this relationship. But that was your reading, group number 1. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose the Moon and Moonstone, and we have the Magician, 7 of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Hanged Man. So what I first see here for your new love or next romantic partner is with the Moon here, this makes me think of having some sort of magical moment. So when you meet this person, it's kind of going to feel like a movie scene or something that kind of feels like a fantasy in some way. Obviously, in reality, you will experience this, but it feels like it's something fake because it's very good. It's very positive, the feelings that you will have when you first meet this person. Also, I see this as well as maybe meeting this person through accident. So this is like your car breaks down and this person stops to help you fix it, and then you end up together. Or this is having a problem with your order and this person also has a problem with their order, and you talk about it and then you start talking about other things. So this is like you accidentally meet this person. It's not intentional. You both meet because of an accident of some sort, or because something has happened where you both get to talk to each other. This could be you end up dancing with a stranger and you get together, right? That's what I see here. It's kind of being brought together by fate or some sort of circumstance that could not be planned. It just happens. This isn't meeting someone through a dating app. This is like you meet them when you're out in the wild living your life, and something like that happens that brings you together. I also see here as well, this is a relationship where you could be creatively inspired. You could become more musical, more artistic. This person, if they're creative, they also will have this as well. But this is a relationship that's really inspiring, really based on, feelings of reaching your dreams, fantasy, magic, kind of a lighthearted relationship where, of course, there's a lot of fun and creativity, but one downside is sometimes both of you have to be brought back down to reality. Sometimes you have to ground each other in what is in front of you. So you're both people who are creative, artistic, intuitive, which is leading to this really dreamy romantic relationship. But that is one downside to it, is you both have to be brought back down to earth sometimes, right? That's what I see here. That could give both of you trouble in the relationship occasionally. And with the Magician and 7 of Pentacles here, I see this too as in this relationship, the 7 of Pentacles talks about not being in a bad place, not being in a good place, but being able to see your hard work starting to pay off, but you still have to work, right? So in this relationship, it kind of seems like a lot of things are in progress. You're both working towards your own goals, you're working together, but even if that that big end goal, right? That main thing you want to both achieve or work towards. Even if it's a little bit far away, it doesn't bother you or hurt the relationship. So this is something really positive. Like, you're both there in the relationship, but you're not mad the other person isn't a millionaire. Like, you're not a millionaire, they're not a millionaire. You're both having real struggles, but then you're also seeing real progress with what is going on in your day-to-day life. So this is a relationship where you're not mad at the other person for not being perfect. They're not mad at you for not being perfect. You are able to make things work with both of your own unique personality traits and quirks, right? You're both really accepting towards each other. That's also why I see this really like magic, dreamy, romantic feeling throughout the relationship. It kind of feels like fantasy in a way, because you're both really understanding towards each other. But this is where the problem comes in, because sometimes being too accepting of someone, that's not always bad, but sometimes we need someone to challenge us to have more growth. So you're both learning how to be accepting towards each other, but also give each other criticism to improve the relationship, or just call out something that you might have to know, instead of just saying, hey, I want to tell you a positive thing because I don't want to hurt you, right? Like, not being people pleasers. So both of you will have to learn in this relationship not to just please people as much, or just say what other people want. You're gonna support each other still, which is really good, and be loving, of course. But there's an energy here with Temperance, the Hanged Man, of being able to have that perception, being able to call something out if it's also not good and it's not working. That doesn't mean you hate that person because you called something out that they did. No, you're trying to make it better. So this is a relationship where you're both going to be learning how to step up and say something without being hurtful, and still be loving, and still have that balance of not needing to be perfect, but understanding sometimes things could still be improved upon. There's a really good balance with this type of behavior for both of you. Like, you're both becoming better as people, but you're not being cruel and just saying, oh, everything has to be exactly 100% perfect. No. So this is really nice to see as well. I also see too, with Temperance and the Hanged Man, I think you're both going to have a lot of growth personally in this relationship. So this could be you looking at your past relationships and feeling like, I wish I didn't do this. I wish I'd done this instead. So I also feel like for you guys, this relationship could be a chance to have something really good. Maybe you feel like you made a mistake in other romantic relationships and it ended the relationship, or it didn't work out afterwards, whatever it is. This relationship also feels like a second chance for you to build what you want, a second chance for you to be the person you want to be, right? Like, there is some sort of challenge for you specifically where it feels like you're improving upon a mistake you feel like you made in the past. But this relationship here is your chance to, like, right a wrong, become a better version than your past self. That's what I see here as well. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else comes through. Okay, here we have Stick Around, Getting a Taste, Divine Portal, Full of Love, and Contract. So yeah, with Stick Around, I think this relationship with this new person will be one that lasts quite a long time. And with Divine Portal, this is opening up new energy. And it kind of reminds me too of the Moon card, right? So with doors are opening, a higher vibrational shift, growing in power, you and this person are having a lot of growth, but it's like you're both positive influences on each other. Even though there's some challenges, there almost always is some sort of challenge in each relationship. But it's like these challenges too are also an opportunity for both of you to keep growing, to get more. So it's not like a relationship where this is going to take you down, right? It's even the challenges are something that make both of you better, grow you as a person, grow you spiritually. So this is someone too, when you're both in each other's energy, you grow so much. You become more creative. You become more intelligent. You get more money being in this relationship too, I do see both of you becoming more financially successful, being able to have ideas that get you more financial success. Maybe you guys do something together financially, like invest together, buy an asset of some kind together that gives you a lot more money. But it just seems to be a relationship where even the challenges in some ways can be positive for both of you. Like, it's not something that will ruin the relationship. Some challenges can be something that is make or break, but this is something where you're both looking forward to that challenge. It seems worth it. It seems the effort will pay off if you put it in. And even if you have to look at yourself, they have to look at themselves in the mirror and see what is something you don't like, what is something you have to improve. You're both willing to do that, so this is a successful relationship. That's why it lasts a long time. Also, it's interesting here, we have getting a taste, karma bites back, a karmic cycle, unpleasant events, suffering the consequences. So I feel like this card could talk about things shifting and changing. I feel like all the cards here are quite positive. The energy I feel is positive. So I also see this too as that karmatic cycle, as I said, getting a second chance, being able to right your wrongs that you have previously made in a relationship, right? Because sometimes the other person does something, but then sometimes we do something, right? So this is being in clear consciousness, right? You will have a clear mind in this relationship because you're fixing everything that you might have previously done wrong. So you're karmatically correcting, you feel, what you have done previously, and you're not wanting to repeat that cycle, right? You don't want to repeat that lesson. You already learned it. You're moving past it. And we have full of love, overflowing with love, new relationship, true fulfillment, and open heart. So yeah, this is a relationship where it's both, very loving. Both people feel proud of each other, very similar personalities as well. I think you both connect with your work or what you do, like your hobbies. It feels like both of you are creative or spiritual. Something interesting too I picked up too with the moon. I don't know if this makes sense, but I picked up the night shift. So I don't know if this person works a night shift, you work the night shift, or something about the night could be special for you. And with contract, for some of you, of course, that could be this eventually becomes the person you marry, but I feel like it's a contract of commitment. You and this person are committed to making it work. So, of course, if you're both committed, you're more likely to stick around if something unpleasant happens. You're both more likely to put in the work to maintain things because you don't want it to just end, and you're not just there for fun times. You're with this person for a partnership, something serious. So for a lot of you too, this also could be your first serious relationship. Like maybe you have had other relationships, but it wasn't very serious or the person didn't fully commit. This also could be relationships you were just in for convenience. You didn't really like them and you didn't realize that at the time, but you realized it later on at the end of that relationship or after it has passed. So this is also a relationship where you both feel committing to something, not just because of needing to be in a relationship. This is like, it's something that is truly matching your standard, right? It's matching what you're desiring, not just because people say you have to be in a relationship or you're trying to make something work with someone who clearly doesn't want it to work. This is both of you having the same goals, same standards, and it leads to a successful relationship. I'm going to shuffle some of these cards and throw down some astro dice. Okay, with these cards, we have first house, supermoon, and 11th house. And then we have Pisces, 9th house, Pluto. So what I first see here is with first house and the astro dice, this is a challenge to your identity, your personal beliefs, right? So in this relationship, you could have a lot of your personal beliefs change. Your identity itself could change and turn out differently. So when you enter this relationship versus being in it for, let's say, 5 or 6 years, you're going to be a complete different person at that 5 or 6 year mark versus who you were when you first entered the relationship, because of the dynamic of the relationship. But also with Pisces 9th house Pluto, that indicates having transformation and intense experiences happen through higher learning, getting an education, or learning something that transforms your life. This could be long distance travel, traveling someplace far away that helps you or makes you learn about something because of this relationship. I also see this too as your own beliefs changing, your personal beliefs changing. But of course, if your personal beliefs change, your identity could change as well, because your identity could be based off of those personal beliefs. And if they shift and change, so does your identity. So this relationship is going to have a lot of transformation with who you are as a person, how you think about yourself, how you feel about things, your goals, what you believe in. That will completely change with this relationship. I also see here too with the 11th house that talks about friendship, the future, common goals. You and this person, though, will be in alignment with this. So as your identity and beliefs change, I think this person's identity and beliefs change as well. Or they could be making it so you have the same thoughts and beliefs as them, not in a controlling way, but they could teach you more information that changes your opinion on that and changes your identity. There is a strong sense of friendship, though, within this relationship. This is someone who wants you to have connections, community. They want you to feel you can trust them as a friend as well. So that is what I see here for your reading group number 2. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you liked it, of course, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So you chose the First Impression Rose and Yellow Aventurine, and we have Ace of Swords, Justice, 5 of Cups, and 9 of Cups. So what I first see here for your new love or new romantic partnership, relationship, is I do think this is one that starts off based on mutual attraction. So this isn't a relationship where you both warm up to each other over time. I feel like this is something that happens fast, quick, and is based off of a first impression. You both have a favorable first impression, which speeds things up. The Ace of Roses also talks about strong physical attraction. So that is going to be the main type of attraction that happens at first. But with the Ace of Swords, that also indicates a relationship that is mentally stimulating. So this isn't just someone you like to look at. They like to look at you. This is something where you can have a conversation with this person and you feel better because of that conversation. Or you both talk about things that are happening and you can just honestly speak your thoughts and feelings about it. This isn't someone you have to censor yourself when you're talking to them. You both are open and honest with each other and can connect physically and mentally, which also leads to a more successful relationship or communication style, because you're both attracted to each other, but also mentally attracted to each other. It's not someone, they're attractive, but they open their mouth and you're like, I don't find the attraction anymore, right? This is someone, it increases it. So like you have that first impression, and then once you talk to each other, it increases that attraction even more. I also see here as well with the Ace of Swords and Justice, this is an interesting combination. This is being able to be truthful, being able to be honest, having justice of some kind being served to you because of being in this connection or relationship. So this person could have connections, they could have friends and people they know that could help you get some sort of opportunity and connect you with someone or something that helps you reach your goals, reach your dreams, right? But I also see this too as having justice, as in proving people wrong in some way. Maybe people would think, oh, you're always going to have bad relationships, or you could never get with someone who has this type of traits or qualities, right? And then you do it. So this could be dealing with friends or family or just people in general who are naysayers towards you. They don't like to see you in a happy relationship. Something kind of strange like that is what I'm feeling here with Justice and the Five of Cups. So this is getting the justice of proving somebody wrong with this relationship where you are attracted to this person mentally and physically, and it proves people wrong, and they could be shocked that you're with this person. I do feel like this person has connections or status of some kind. So that is another reason why it's shocking to these people, because they're trying to put you down. So when they see you with this person, it actually could give you status as well in relation to being with this person. Of course, you can do your own things that have power and status given to you, but this person is going to make it easier or connect you with people that make it so your life is easier and you have a better time. And that makes some people mad who want to see you miserable, unfortunately. That is something I pick up here. You could have people who want to see you struggle romantically. This could be exes, people who are jealous of you, people who are in competition with you, even if it's a one-sided competition, only they are competing with you. You're not thinking like that. That is something like that I see, but you're proving them wrong. And with the Nine of Cups here, this is being really satisfied, really happy with things. So I also feel like the justice you're going to receive outside of just a new love or romantic connection, you're getting justice by having happiness, by having success, by being able to be in a place and position other people said was not possible for you. You could be dealing with people who have a crabs in the bucket mentality. They don't want to see you succeed because they're someone who has started off in a hard place, and you did too, and then they see you climbing out that bucket and they want to pull you right back down. So this is leaving people like that behind and entering a new social circle where people are fostering you, they're trying to help you grow, not push you back down into a bucket forever and trapping you there. This is people who want to see you succeed. So this person's also going to introduce you to people who really care about you and are happy to help, or happy to see you thrive. This also could be people, you're introduced to new people because of this love, and these people connect with you mentally as well. They could have the same goals, thoughts, and ideals as you do. So I'm going to shuffle some more cards and see what else comes through. Okay, with these cards here, we have Sweet Home, Blind Love, Locked In, Keep Playing It, and Prosperity. So yes, I do think this is overall going to be positive for you. I think this person comes from or has some sort of money and connections here with prosperity. It says financial blessings, creating prosperity, dreams into reality, new opportunities. So being with this person gives you more connections, which increases your chance to go after your dreams. So there could be some sort of goal or dream you have that you want to pursue, and it kind of seems like you have to know people to pursue it. You have to be connected to pursue it. And maybe previously before this connection, you didn't have that. So meeting this person could be lucky for you, not only in love, but for your career, for your financial prospects, or even just something for fun. Like you want to do a side hustle, something on the side as a hobby, and then that becomes your main thing because maybe you didn't think it was possible. This could be like, for some people that could be creating music. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be that. But that could be something where you need connections or you need to know people to become successful at it, even if you're talented. So there could be something like that where this person helps you a lot with that. And that is a form of justice you're receiving from dealing with people who are trying to push you down. You're getting success to prove people wrong, but this person will help you a lot. So you have your own thing going on, but this person really helps give you that solid connection with others that will give you that final push towards success. I also see here Sweet Home, at home together, a place of escape, spending time at home. So you could have a really nice luxurious home you guys love to spend time at, you like to entertain people at. This could be like you're having parties, you're hosting, you're cooking the food, everyone loves it, right? Like there's something here where it's like your home is the center of attention when you're with this person. You guys are that couple that will entertain people. You're going to be like hip, fun, young, even if you're 80 years old with this person. Like people view you guys as that fun, hip couple, right? It doesn't matter your age, whether you're young or old, you're just going to be that. And for many years, right? Something about you and this person's energy really connects. It plays well off of each other. Like, you guys have this sense of humor, that you have that chemistry, right? Like, people can tell you're in love. People can tell, wow, these people should be together. I also think with Locked In, because of this strong chemistry, right? This very strong chemistry, you guys are kind of blind to your faults. So if this person does something wrong, you might want to excuse it. If you do something wrong, they're going to want to excuse you and give you an excuse, right? So you guys are kind of blind in love in this connection. So obviously, like, try not to do that, because of course, while it's good to have such a positive connection, we don't want to ignore actual problems, right? But that is something I do see here, is sometimes giving each other a pass, right? This could even be with, like, friends, family. Maybe they make a mistake, you make a mistake. Not something like horrible, right? I just want to be clear on that. Something small. You could want to give this person an excuse because you're like, I don't care. And they're the same with you. But with Locked In, I do see a lot of loyalty in this connection. I don't think this is someone who's going to be unfaithful. You're not going to be unfaithful towards them. It seems like you really have no other. You're just both obsessed with each other. And with Keep Playing It says replaying events, stuck on the past, outdated thinking. I think this is a connection where if you have been thinking about an ex or wanting to rekindle an old relationship, when you meet this person, when you're with this person, it completely kills that. Or if you are previously in a situationship or an on and off again relationship for a long time, right? Like, there could be someone, you would date them or be with them for 3 months, and then it ends again for a while. And then you get back together again for a while. Something like that. This is going to completely end any attachment you have to exes or a relationship that's on and off again that keeps coming back into your life. This will kill that. But that's positive for you, okay? Not being stuck on the past, being able to focus on the future and have a really good time with this person. I mean, this person kind of seems to have everything going on, so that's a good thing. And that's your justice for some of what you went through. And again, prosperity. You're going to have prosperity of money, not just money, love, lots of opportunities, connections with people. It seems to be overall a really, really positive relationship that will give you more and more, not just the love connection, but also for yourself to have a career path, to have new forms of abundance maybe you didn't even think were possible before, but because of this person, they are able to give that to you. So I'm going to shuffle some cards and throw down some astro dice. Okay, what I see here now, we have Black Moon, opposition, ascendant, 10th house, and then we have Mercury, 5th house, Virgo. So with Black Moon in opposition, I do see this as outside of this couple, right? Outside of your relationship. It does seem to be like people could talk about you. I do think there is people in your energy that are jealous of this connection because it's like they want these opportunities. They're thinking, okay, why can't that be me? Why can't I have help and connections? Why can't I have a good love relationship, right? There could be people that will be jealous of this connection, but it doesn't seem to be actually this person's doing something wrong where it warrants this type of criticism, right? It's not like this person's actually doing something where you have to be concerned. It seems like it is jealousy outside of the relationship because someone wants that love. They want that opportunity. They see the nice house you live in. They see this person being loyal to you. They see this person helping you out, or you just succeeding as well. You making your own money. You having a lot of good social connections, people who think the same way as you do. You are able to meet these people who think the same way as you do because of this connection. So it does upset some people, but I also see this too as people wanting to hold you back. So you could have people, you know, that ex, those crab in the bucket mentality people, right? Crabs in the bucket. There's people like that who want to hold you back from ascending. And as we see here, ascendant, 10th house, this is an increase in your reputation, having more fame, having more success, having more money, having status increased. And I see here, this is someone who could have a lot of status, a lot of connections. As I said, I felt that. This is a confirmation for that. But it also is your own status and wealth that is being built. I want to stress that it's not all this person. You still have to do work, but they're helping you. They're giving you a connection for it to actually be possible, right? And this is something that's common. Having connections can help you a lot, right? But this other people here, they don't like that. They don't want to see you have money, a career, fame, whatever it is. They don't like that, but you're ascending anyway. It doesn't matter. This is your justice. As I said, you're ascending anyway. You're getting what you want. And it says here, first impression and then first impression once again. So you're also going to be transforming maybe the way you come across to people, maybe because you have more finances, you have more security, you're having that loving support. Maybe because of that, you become a little bit of a different person with your aura, the energy you're giving off towards other people, your vibe. That could shift and change, not negatively. It seems to be shifting positively because you're able to now self-actualize. You're going to have the resources to actually pursue what you want. You're going to have that connection where you feel safe to trust, right? That's what I feel here. So there's a lot of positive for you here. And another thing to note with Mercury, 5th house Virgo, this is someone who's very analytical. This is someone who also loves creativity. So they're both creative and analytical, and they like to live in both worlds of maybe something being very complex and hard to understand, but then seeing something that is just based in emotions, like an opera, right? Seeing something like that. Ballet, like something that's based in art and emotion. This person has both of those sides to themselves. And that is also another way you can spot this person, the way they appreciate both analytical sides of life and creative sides of life. But that was your reading, group number 3. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you did like it, like the video, of course. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.